Hi, I'm Lindsay Corcoran from the Shrewsbury Daily Voice, and this is your weekly news. The Shrewsbury 7-Eleven reopened on Friday, less than a day after an SUV drove into the front of the store. The 7-Eleven, located on Maple Avenue, still has a boarded-up front window, but was open for business on Friday after the Thursday night accident. A woman was attempting to turn into the store's parking lot when her floor mat got caught, preventing her from applying the brakes, said Fire Chief James Wona. Her SUV went through the front window of the store around 9 p.m. No one was injured as a result of the accident. No customers or employees were in that section of the store when the accident occurred. The building inspector was called to the scene, but no structural damage was identified. The front window and some of the exterior wall were damaged during the accident. See more on this story at the Shrewsbury Daily Voice. The Shrewsbury Police Department is warning residents of a scam with which two men successfully stole cash and jewelry from an elderly resident on Thursday afternoon by impersonating town employees to get into her home. On Thursday, an elderly woman living near Route 140, near the intersection of I-290, was approached at her home by two men who identified themselves as water department employees. According to the police, the men entered the home and talked very fast, trying to confuse the victims and keep them distracted while one went through the house to search for valuables. The suspect then left after the victims began questioning their motives. The suspects left in a dark blue sedan, unknown make or model, with an undetermined amount of cash and jewelry. Shrewsbury police are advising that town employees typically drive marked town vehicles, shirts that have Shrewsbury Town logo, and will present an ID if asked. Do not hesitate to call the Shrewsbury police if anybody suspicious is at your door. For a full description of the suspects and more information, visit the Shrewsbury Daily Voice. Shrewsbury Green residents have raised concerns over how plans to install a traffic signal on South Quinsigamond Avenue by White City will affect the residents of their apartment complex. The new traffic light, approved by the Board of Selectmen in January, is being constructed by Charter Realty and Development Corporation to connect the east and west plazas of its recently purchased White City Shopping Center. It will be located about 100 feet south of the current exit from White City West and is expected to be operational by the end of the summer. In a letter written late last month to the Board of Selectmen, the trustees of the Green at Shrewsbury condominiums expressed their concern over how the changes will affect residents. While selectmen said they understood the concerns, they said safety matters superseded them, noting a 2 or 3 times higher accident rate in the area. For more on this story, visit the Shrewsbury Daily Voice. Shrewsbury school lunches will be seeing changes in portion sizes, a la carte options, and prices next year as federal regulations cause impacts across the district. Beth Nichols of the Food Services Department called for a 25-cent increase to lunch prices across every level next year, the first increase since 2008. Nichols raised concerns over how the Hunger Free Kids Act, new federal regulations on school food options to be implemented next year, may negatively affect revenue. The regulations will now require each meal to have 5 components as they separate fruits and vegetables into separate categories. The schools will also need to serve vegetables from certain subgroups. Nichols said decreased participation is only one way in which the Food Services Department may lose money next year, noting that fruits and vegetables are more expensive to purchase, and a la carte sales will also suffer due to the fact that they can now only serve juice, water, and milk. Read more on the school lunch changes for next year at the Shrewsbury Daily Voice. The Shrewsbury School Department is saying goodbye to its Human Resources Director, Thomas Kennedy, the man the administration credits with creating positive school cultures with his hiring practices. Kennedy, who has worked in the district for 12 years, was the first and only person to hold this position. Barbara Malone, a resident of Holden and the current employee relations practice leader in the Human Resources Department at the Hanover Insurance Company in Worcester, will be replacing Kennedy when he retires at the end of the month. Superintendent of Schools Joe Sawyer announced that an award is being created in Kennedy's name to be given to a school employee who exemplifies his dedication to doing the best job possible, empathy and understanding for others, and contributions to the district that enhance the culture and professionalism no matter what the situation. School committee members said they would miss not only his professionalism and institutional knowledge, but also his kind and respectful demeanor. Read more about Kennedy's retirement at the Shrewsbury Daily Voice. A contingent of current players and alumni from the New England Patriots, including former quarterback Steve Grogan, came to Shrewsbury on Tuesday night for a softball fundraiser with the Shrewsbury Police Department. Shrewsbury officers hold the softball game every year to raise money for the Police Patrol Officers Union. Officer David Foucher one of the event organizers, said this is the group's biggest fundraiser of the year and noted that all of the money raised at the game goes back to the community. In addition to Grogan, Patriots in attendance included Vernon Crawford, Patrick Pass, Steve Diossi, Jermaine Wiggins, Jim Bowman, Ryan Mallett, Patrick Chung, Sergio Brown, Josh Barrett, and Dane Fletcher. Attendees were given the opportunity to get autographs from the Patriots players and alumni. See more pictures from the Patriots visit at the Shrewsbury Daily Voice. Shrewsbury's oldest resident, Grace Backholm, celebrated her 104th birthday at her regular breakfast spot, Dinky's Bluebell Diner, on Sunday. Backholm, a longtime resident of Shrewsbury, currently lives on Sewell Street and enjoys breakfast nearly every day, usually with one or both of her daughters, several grandchildren, and several great-grandchildren at Dinky's. Dinky's owner, Bruce Trotto, said the eatery even offers a Nana special in Backholm's honor, which includes one piece of cranberry Texas fresh toast, sans crust, drizzled with melted white chocolate morsels. Backholm has been the oldest resident in town since February. Trotto said that when she's asked what she owes her longevity to, she answers sternly with dark chocolate. I'm Lindsay Corcoran, and this has been your weekly news. To see these stories and much more, visit shrewsbury.dailyvoice.com. Be sure to tune in to SPAC 28 again next Thursday at 7 and 10 p.m. Thanks for watching.